Story 1. My husband hid a second family 2 streets away for 10 years. And I never knew. For 10 years, I thought I had the perfect marriage. A loving husband, peaceful home, a beautiful son. But one afternoon, a simple knock on my door shattered everything. I wasn't prepared to learn that my husband had another family. Not in another state, not in another town, but just 2 streets away from our house. And the worst part, I knew the woman. I am 34 female, and my husband is 39 male. We've been married for 10 years, and everyone around us believed we were the model couple. He works in real estate, so he always had excuses for leaving the house. A client just called me. I need to check a property. There's a late-night viewing, don't wait up. I trusted him blindly. We have a 7-year-old son, Daniel. Every day, my husband kissed us goodbye, smiled, and left the house like the perfect family man. I never suspected a thing. Until the day everything crumbled. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was washing dishes when I heard a knock. A young girl stood there, maybe 10 years old. She looked strangely familiar. She asked, "Is my daddy here?" My heart froze. I knelt down and said gently, "Sweetheart, who is your daddy?" She whispered a name. My husband's name. I laughed nervously. "No, sweetheart, you must be mistaken." She shook her head confidently. "No. My mommy said if daddy doesn't come home today, I should come here." My hand started shaking. Before I could process what she said, a woman sprinted towards my house. And that's when my heart dropped. I recognized her. She was the friendly woman from my son's school. The one who always waved at me. The one who sometimes chatted with me during drop-off. She grabbed the girl's hand and apologized. "I'm so sorry. I didn't want her to come here. She's just upset." I took a breath. "Your daughter says her father lives here. Why would she say that?" The woman's face turned pale. She whispered, "I think you already know." My knees went weak. I asked her to come inside. We sat at the table, 2 strangers about to destroy each other's lives. She took a deep breath and said, "I've been with your husband for 11 years. We have 2 children. He promised he would leave you eventually." My entire world went silent. She continued, "He always told me you mistreated him, that you threatened to take his son away. So he stayed with you out of fear." I believed him. I felt sick. He had fed her lies to protect his double life. I asked, "Where do you live?" She said, 2 streets away. 2 streets away. I almost screamed. While I took Daniel to school. While I bought groceries. While I slept beside this man. He had a second family living 5 minutes away. My husband came home that evening smiling as usual. "Baby, I brought suya. I know you love." I didn't even let him finish. "She came here today." His face dropped instantly. He didn't ask who. He already knew. I repeated, "She came here." He sank into the sofa like someone hit him with a brick. "I can explain." "You better explain," I said. He started crying, like a child caught stealing. He admitted everything. He met her before he met me. She got pregnant first. When he met me, he didn't know how to let either of us go. He tried to break up with her but couldn't leave his children. So he kept both families. For a decade. 2 Christmases. 2 birthdays. 2 separate lives. I felt nauseous. Then I asked him the question every betrayed woman asks. "Did you ever love me?" And he said the most disgusting thing. "I loved both of you." The next day, the woman came to apologize again. She told me she didn't know he was still living with me. He had told her we were separated, but living together for our son. I realized something. We were both victims. She loved him too. She raised 2 children, waiting for a man who lived a double life. Packed his things and threw them out of the house. He begged, cried, said he would choose me. But I told him, if I was enough, you wouldn't have needed 2 families. He now lives with the other woman, but even she no longer trusts him. As for me and my son, we're healing slowly. I told him one truth. I would rather be alone than share my husband with another woman 2 streets away. What will you do in a situation like this? Did I make the right decision? Please drop your comment. Story 2. My best friend slept with my husband while helping me plan my wedding. Female 23, husband 34, best friend 25, ***. Female 23. I'm a 23-year-old woman, and this is the kind of betrayal I never imagined would happen to me. Not from my fiancé, and definitely not from the person I called my closest friend for more than a decade. I was planning my wedding. It was supposed to be the happiest season of my life. My fiancé, male 34, and I had been together for 3 years. He had proposed beautifully. Everything felt right. And my best friend, female 25, was right there, helping with dresses, locations, decorations, everything. At least, that's what I thought. It started with small things. Whenever my fiancé walked into the room, my best friend suddenly became extra helpful. She would lean close when showing him something on her phone, laugh too loudly at his jokes, fix her hair every time he spoke. I brushed it off. I didn't want to be the jealous bride, and she was like a sister to me. But then, I noticed she began checking on him, even when I wasn't around. One night, my fiancé forgot his phone on the couch. A message popped up. From her. It said, "Are you still coming tonight?" My heart dropped. When I clicked the chat, all the previous messages between them had been deleted. That was my second red flag. When I asked her the next day, she said, "Oh, we were just talking about the surprise decoration I wanted to do for your wedding." But I hadn't asked her to plan anything. 3 weeks before the wedding, my best friend insisted we sleep over at her house to finish some planning. I was exhausted, so I went upstairs and fell asleep early. But around 2 a.m., I woke up and realized she wasn't in bed with me. Her phone was gone, her bag was gone, and the living room light was off. I stepped outside the house to call her, and while dialing I saw something. Her car wasn't in the driveway. My heart started racing. Something told me to check my fiancé's apartment, even though it was 20 minutes away. And when I got there, her car was parked right outside. I didn't even knock. I used the spare key I still had. The moment I stepped inside, I heard whispers. Soft laughter. His voice. Her voice. I walked down the hallway and saw them. My fiancé, my future husband, lying in bed with my best friend. Both of them froze when they saw me. He jumped up, stuttering. She covered herself and kept saying, "It's not what you think." But it was exactly what I thought. I just stood there, shaking. Not crying, not screaming, just numb. When I finally found my voice, I asked one question. "For how long?" Neither of them answered at first. But when I pressed again, my fiancé finally said it. 6 months. 6 months. My best friend, who pretended to be helping me plan my wedding, had been sleeping with the man I was about to marry. Behind my back, while smiling in my face, while holding my hand through wedding plans. The part that hurt the most, my best friend didn't even apologize. Instead, she said, "You shouldn't be mad. He told me your relationship was basically over." I couldn't believe it. My fiancé didn't deny it. He just stayed silent, looking guilty. In that moment, I realized something. The relationship was over because they ended it long before I found out. I walked away from both of them. No yelling, no drama, no crying in front of them, just silence. 2 days later, I canceled the wedding, blocked them everywhere, told my family the truth. My best friend tried texting again saying, "Please don't ruin our friendship because of a man." I didn't reply. My fiancé begged me to talk. I didn't, because when betrayal comes from the two people you trusted the most, there's nothing left to repair. What will you do in a situation like this? Please drop your comment. Story 3. I raised my sister's child for 8 years, then found out the child is actually mine. I am male 33, and for the last 8 years of my life, I have been raising a little girl I thought was my niece. I loved her. I cared for her. I supported her. And my sister, female 35, always thanked me, saying I was the best uncle in the world. But now, I realized she wasn't thanking me. She was hiding something from me, because that child isn't my niece. She's my daughter. And the truth was buried for almost a decade. 8 years ago, my sister showed up at my apartment crying, holding a newborn baby. She said, she's the daughter of a friend who ran away. I can't let her go to foster care. I didn't fully understand, but she begged me to help her raise the baby. I was young and struggling, but the baby needed a home. And my sister told me she would handle everything: paperwork, food, childcare. I agreed. I had no reason to doubt her. There was one thing that bothered me back then. The baby looked a lot like me. Same eyes, same smile, even the same birthmark on her shoulder that I have. But everyone said, babies look like everyone at that age. And I believed it. I didn't question anything. When the child turned 7, I tried to enroll her in a private school. They needed birth certificates, medical records, and parental documents. So I went to my sister and asked, "Where is the real mother? We need her signature." My sister suddenly got angry. Very angry. She yelled that I was questioning her, that I didn't trust her, that I was trying to dig into things that don't matter. That reaction made no sense. It bothered me for months. Things changed completely when the child got seriously sick with a breathing issue. The hospital needed family medical history. My sister gave them information, but something felt wrong. Her medical answers didn't match what I remembered growing up. The doctor even looked confused. So when my sister stepped out of the room, the doctor quietly asked me, "Are you sure you're not the biological father? The resemblance is extremely strong." That one sentence shook me. I didn't say anything, but when we got home, I did something I never imagined I would do. I bought a DNA test kit. It took 2 weeks. 2 long, painful weeks. When the results came, my hands were shaking so badly I could barely open the envelope. I read it once, then twice, then again. My heart stopped. 99.9% probability of paternity. The baby I raised is my niece for 8 years. She was my daughter. I went straight to my sister's house. At first, she denied everything. But when I showed her the DNA result, she broke down crying. And then she told me the full truth. 8 years ago, I was in a complicated relationship with female 30, my ex-girlfriend. We broke up on bad terms, and shortly after, she discovered she was pregnant. She didn't want the baby. She didn't want the responsibility. She told my sister she planned to abandon the child. My sister begged her to let her raise the baby instead. My ex agreed, but under one condition. I must never know the child was mine. My sister panicked. She thought I wasn't ready to be a father. She thought she was protecting me. So she lied for 8 years, and the woman I once loved simply walked away from her responsibility. I didn't know whether to cry, scream, or fall to the floor. All I could say was, "You stole my child from me." My sister just kept repeating, "I did it for your own good." But nothing she said could erase the fact that she had robbed me of 8 years of memories. 8 years of first steps, first words, birthdays, school days. 8 years of my daughter's life I will never get back. I immediately filed for custody, not because I wanted to punish my sister, but because I needed to protect my daughter from a family built on lies. My daughter is with me now. She knows me as her uncle, but I am slowly preparing to tell her the truth, with the help of a child therapist. My relationship with my sister? It's destroyed. We barely speak. Her betrayal runs deeper than anything I've ever felt. And my ex-girlfriend, I haven't heard a single word from her. Now I am raising my daughter alone, trying to rebuild what was stolen from me. My question is, did I make the right decision by taking full custody? And how should I tell my daughter the truth about who I really am? Please drop your opinion in the comments. So I 14 male studies in 7th grade. I am friends with this guy since 4th grade. Let's call him Sam for now. So Sam was an introvert. He used to talk very less, and he liked anime as much as I liked it. We became best friends. Then next year, my 12 years of best friend let's call him Tyler, was finally in the same class as us. I found out that Tyler and Sam became friends. And to the point where they were inseparable. They both even left me out when they were talking. But I still kept my friendship with them. Then 2 years went by and now we are in 7th grade. Sam and Tyler are again in the same class as I am. They started sitting together, and I only sat with one of them when the other was absent. Now yesterday was Sam's birthday, and he invites me every year. But Tyler was not able to come to his birthday parties. Yesterday I called him to say happy birthday, and he then told me that he will not be celebrating his birthday this year. I thought he was telling the truth. The next day, i.e. today, one of our mutual friends told me that Sam had celebrated his birthday yesterday and had invited Tyler. I'd met Tyler about this, and he said yes. I don't know what should I do now. Maybe it was because of that one time when Tyler came to my house. Keep in mind that Tyler, Sam and Tyler's other friend, all are vegetarians. Tyler then opened the refrigerator in my room and found a giant piece of meat. He got traumatized. Then his friend tried stealing my action figures, and I hit him with that piece of meat. It was a goat's leg IG. After this, Sam and Tyler stopped eating the food I brought from my home. Tyler told me that this dad told him that my neighborhood is dangerous and his area is even more dangerous, so he can't visit me and he doesn't invite me. I don't know if that's a lie or not. I am broken from inside. Someone please tell me what to do. Please drop your comment. Story 5. My girlfriend broke up with me to be with my friend. Hey, I don't know how to start this. So I was betrayed by a friend that I knew for years over a coworker that ended up in my life through circumstances. Let's start with this. About a few weeks ago, let's call her Brandy. Ended joining my life after we had been workers for years, and being friends we started a relationship. So I introduced her to some friends, let's call one Pride and the second Traitor. We've been friends for years, me and Pride known each other for almost 12 years, and me and Traitor for 7 or 8 years. Well, she hit it off with both making jokes and hanging out with us, even online playing games. Little did I know they were spending more time, Traitor and her. One day, I could not hang with them in the party. I had to go out. I was talking to a friend of mine about the relationship since my last relationship ended terribly. I was afraid to make a mistake or having end up the same way, basically me hurt. As I was headed home, I got a text of her breaking things off saying, and I quote, "I need time to think and get my life together. Please don't hate me, but I need to step away from the relationship." I was heartbroken, but I said okay. A day later, she blocked me from all contact. And everything. I had to find out from someone else that the day I left they flirted and made the plan to end the relationship with me so they could continue dating. I had never been so pissed and sad at the same time, even suicidal, over some broad that came and went from my life. I had closed my heart long ago, but now not only was I betrayed by one person, I was betrayed by two. The person that opened my heart to almost love again, and someone I had once called friend. Now I am heartbroken again, thinking, maybe I don't ever deserve love, maybe I'm meant to be alone forever. And can I trust anyone ever again? What would you do in a situation like this? Please drop your comment.